Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Cesar Cid, and I am the VP of International Pre-Sales here in Commvault. Together with me today, I have Vincenzo Costantino. Vincenzo, you want to introduce yourself?
Sure, Cesar. Hello, everyone. I'm Vincenzo Costantino, and I'm running the sales engineering team in the Southwest region inside International West. Back to you, Cesar.
Thank you. So today, we are going to discuss about how we can help you navigating cost optimization and risk mitigation in the modern cloud era. It's the best time to talk about risk reduction and cost reduction. I cannot find a better time ever to discuss about this. So in Commvault, we've been 25 years innovating, adapting to business needs, to market trends, and we've been pioneering the development of our platform to support you to get better in innovation and taking additional challenges, being more competitive, and so on. Today, we only have 15 minutes. We'll try to get it on time. It's like a tapa. I always say this, I'm Spanish, so we are going to give you something to try. And then if you want to dig in a little bit more, don't hesitate to come back to us. And we will be more than happy to explain you further. So recently we did a survey to you, to many of the customers joining us today on multi-cloud adoption. So 100% of you answered, you are currently using at least one cloud. 80% of you are already on hybrid cloud strategies. 79 using multiple public clouds, and 60% already are using multiple private clouds. So multi-cloud is mainstream. Everyone is using it. It's part of the new game. It's part of the new challenge worldwide. Let me give you an example of what multi-cloud looks like. Your HR department can be adopting Workday as we talk. Sales are using Salesforce.com as a CRM system. On top of that, you have multiple private additional public clouds, and you need to support your legacy environment with on-prem storage, servers, systems, applications, and so on. Actually, more than usual, you will find the CFO declining a hardware refresh budget only because the business wants to move more into an OpEx model. So today we are going to discuss about how we can help you to take the right decisions, to connect the different workloads and departments with a purposeful platform as the one we position in the market. Today, we kind of created 3 different blocks to discuss about benefits of the modern cloud era. They are the ones you see on the screen. And we are going to start digging in on the first one, how we can help you to improve your operational efficiencies. So the first challenge you normally find when discussing about going multi-cloud, especially with new challenges and with new kind of technology like Kubernetes and the different multi-cloud options you have in the market, is a skill set. Is finding the right people with the right skill sets and the salary premiums you have to pay them. So we have a quick and simple solution for you. Is our interface, is our user experience. We put a lot of effort in Commvault to make the most useful and simple platform and user interface, so you don't need to be a deep expert to create a data protection strategy, regardless of the cloud adoption technology you decide to go to, for whatever reason, for price, for performance, for whatever the need. But with a single click, you will see in a second how you can leverage and start creating data protection strategies based on, again, the multi-cloud you select. So the second challenge and the second concern you normally find is downtime. Hey, nothing new, yeah? Downtime, not complying with my service level agreements, not complying with my compliance is something challenging. The solution we can provide you with is easy to use templates and automation and artificial intelligence within the platform. So PricewaterhouseCoopers did a quick research very recently on how almost 50% of the CIOs, as you can see on the screen, are making changes to be less dependent on employee knowledge. That means automation. That means artificial intelligence, and that means easy to use and easy to create templates to follow your data protection strategy. Third, the last one on operational efficiency is under or over deployment or provisioning. So in many cases, especially when you are in multi-cloud and your environment is dispersed, you lose visibility of how you are consuming the multi-cloud environments. Are you overspending? Are you over deployment? Are you under deployment? Maybe you are paying for something you are not using. How do you know? So with our dashboards, and that's on the screen is one of them, is the overview one. We can give you in a very quick way, how you are with SLA performance, how you are with your critical resources, are you overusing, are you going to reach one of your backend storage terabytes thresholds soon, and you will be having problems in the future, and so on. Very quickly, very easy to consume, and happy to help you to overcome your challenges. So Vincenzo, you want to take us over on the next block?
Sure, Cesar. Let's talk about enhanced data management and compliance. These are two topics that are relevant in the on-premises that are even more relevant in a multi-cloud environment. And this is the main concern in this area is mainly related to the data sprawl. As you can imagine, data are augmenting a lot on-premises and also in the different cloud providers. The only way to address this, the solution for this is having a solution that is able to be like a blanket in all the cloud providers and the on-premises, and is able to move the right data in the right infrastructure. So this will allow you to use the hot, expensive disks in cloud for what is relevant and important for the business, and to move the less relevant data on the less expensive infrastructure. And how we can do it? We can do it using the dashboard, the Commvault dashboard. And here we have the full overview of the infrastructure. On the first row, we can see what do we need to protect. In the second row, we can see which are the SLAs, what is working and what is not working. Especially if you can see the two green rings, they are giving you the status of the situation. And finally, in the third row, you have all the information related to the infrastructure. That part is relevant for cost because that part allows you to move the data to the appropriate infrastructure. Let's move now to another topic that is relevant, and that this is mainly related to the governance and compliance, and how we can properly have the right level of governance and compliance in a multi-cloud environment, especially in an international environment. Commvault is able to index all the data that is protecting. It's able to index the metadata and the data. And thanks to this, we are able to see what we are seeing now on the screen. So we are able to see who created the data or created one single file, who accessed that file, who modified that file, where that file is in the region, meaning in on-premises or in the cloud. And then we can see who is access to this data, and we can select this and filter them by location, by file size, or by file type. So as you can see, this is the best way to dig in your infrastructure and understand which type of data are present, and if they are live and if they are useful for your infrastructure. From security point of view, we can have also a sensitivity score. So we can analyze the data and see if they are relevant for your business based on the contents of the file. This is directly linked to the projects that are happening right now in the biggest enterprise at worldwide level that are called the crown jewels projects. So identifying what is important for the business and protecting this data properly. This is relevant from compliance point of view and also cybersecurity point of view. How we do it? Using the files by entity. So we go inside each file and we look for specific entity. There are the common international entities like the ones that you can see on the screen now, or you can create your own specific local entities and search against them. That part is absolutely important because it allows you to increase the level of the security, to have the right level of governance and compliance, and reduce costs by far. Okay, let's move now to another important topic, and this is related to agility and scalability. These two elements are strictly interlinked, and in many cases, these are the real reasons why many customers adopted the cloud. Which is the concern in this area? It is mainly related to the visibility into all data, because clearly if you have an environment that is extremely agile, you can lose the control of it. The solution here is having a solution that is able to span across all the environments. And here we have the dashboard that we have seen sometimes today, and this is a super important dashboard. And this is completely different from what the competition can offer, because this is not just a web interface behind this. There is no different solutions that are put together to give you just reports. This dashboard is a report, but in the same time, it's the command center. So from this dashboard, you can manage your environment. You can move workload. You can definitely manage the whole infrastructure. Let's move now to the last part related to the agility and scalability, and this is mainly related to the scale out and scale up. As we know, if these topics were relevant in on-premises, in the cloud, these are changing and are even more agile. So it's absolutely important having a solution that is able to follow not just from technological point of view, but also from delivery point of view. So with Commvault, you can buy the solution as a software, own the licenses, deploy it on premises or in the cloud, or you can have it as a service with our SaaS solution named Metallic. In the same way, you can use your actual hardware infrastructure, or you can create the integrated appliances using our reference architecture. Or this can be managed by you or can be managed by a third party. This party could be a service provider, a local system integrator, or Commvault directly with the remote managed services. So as you can see, the solution is absolutely agile and can follow you also in the delivery model. Finally, inefficiencies that you can find in a hybrid infrastructure, so with the on-premises and the cloud, can be addressed with an agnostic platform that allows you to have the proper management of the right capabilities to manage the whole infrastructure. And this is exactly what Commvault is. Commvault is in the core that is managing the whole data, all the data wherever they are, and you can consider the on-premises just like another cloud provider. And Commvault will simply move data, copy data, replicate data, or convert data from one cloud provider to the other. And now back to you, Cesar, for the final conclusions.
Thank you, Vincenzo. It's always a pleasure to hear the voice of an expert. So just to wrap up, basically, multi-cloud doesn't equal complexity. We, with Commvault and the Commvault approach, we offer you simplicity, all the opposite. We talked about automation, portability, how we can help you reduce risks, compliance, and costs completely down by the use of this Commvault approach, regardless of, again, where your data is, in which kind of cloud, in which kind of multi-cloud, hybrid, private, or even on-prem. To us, it's exactly the same thing. So what we position in the market is a platform that removes silos. We give you an aggregated view on your full infrastructure. And then you can start leveraging your on-prem hardware, your multi-cloud. So we give you the freedom of choice on where you want to go for everything related to data management and protection. It's not only backup and recovery, it's also security, it's also compliance, it's also data insights. We illuminate your data. It's also data transformation and portability, like Vincenzo mentioned before. But also, in any form factor, you can consume our solution in any way. You can go appliance, you can go complete software, you can go software as a service with backup as a service like Metallic, or you can go through a managed service provider or through a partner. So I hope you enjoyed the tapas today. So if you need more information, please go back to us and we will be more than happy to give you the full main course. Thank you very much. Thank you, Vincenzo, and have a good day.
Bye, everyone.